Hi everyone, it's Red Sea Reefer here. Welcome to the latest Focus Friday video, which by the way is the 51st video. So you could say that we're ending the season. So we're almost a year underway now, and that made me realize that there is a topic which I haven't discussed in much detail, and that's your tank maintenance. So, regardless of, which is also important, of course, is feeding your fish and corals, but also keeping the condition of your equipment in check is a very important thing, since your entire tank is reliant on the functioning of your equipment. So I wanted to just give you a quick tour of the tank, of my tank, how I do my maintenance, and hopefully that will help you, or maybe you already know, and well, then you might find it informative. So let's start off with the one of the first things. Let's start at the top, which are the lights. Light bulbs, if you have full LEDs, then of course there's not a lot of maintenance to do, but if you're running T5s or metal halides, then you need to replace them now and then. Some people replace them every 6 to 8 months. That's especially people who are heavily reliant on the T5s. I replace mine every 10 to 12 months, since I also have the LEDs backing it up. But that's something you need to consider, because otherwise the performance of your lights will go down gradually, and you will see a decline in growth or health of your corals. So that's very important. The next thing is your pumps. So in this case, the circulation pump, which for me is a Gyre. Be sure to clean your pumps every now and then. I clean mine about every few weeks, so about every month, I guess. So you need to clean the propellers, whatever circulation pump you're using. It's very important, since flow is one of the most important things in your tank. And the last thing you want is that your pump stops functioning because there's dirt or other kind of stuff inside, and it clogs up, and then it might just be the end of your tank. So pump maintenance also very important. The next thing is, let's go inside the cabinet, since most of the stuff that you need to do maintenance to is in there. So from left to right, and again let's start at the top, is the UV light. I'm running my UV light 24/7. I know that a UV light's life expectancy is about to half over a year. So when you are using a 36 watt UVC light, like I am, then you know that after about a year the capacity has halved to about 18 watts, and that's for me the point to replace it. So I just replaced it last month, so I know that the capacity is about doubled in strength. Then of course, when we move a little bit down, there's the return pumps. These fellas are doing a great job at keeping, also other than the circulation pumps, keeping the water flow in your tank going. So you need to clean them now and then. I clean mine about every 3 to 4 months, and you just need to take them out, take them apart, clean the impeller, make sure there's no goo or other stuff attached that will eventually clog up your tank or clog up your pump, and it might cause the pump to stop functioning, which can be also disastrous to your tank. So be sure to clean your return pumps as well. The next thing is the skimmer. I've noticed a lot of people using a different schedule to clean their skimmers. Some people take out the skimmer every month clean it entirely, which is of course a good thing to do. I do it a little less regular, so I'm cleaning the cup every week. So as you can see, the cup is getting quite dirty quite fast. So I'm cleaning that every week, taking it off, and cleaning a bit of the neck. As you can see, I'm cleaning it about 10 centimeters down the neck. And then every 4 to 6 months, I'll take it out in its entirety and clean it completely. So, for example, this hasn't been cleaned for about 2 months now. As you can see, it's a bit dirty, but nothing too serious yet. So in about 2 months, I'll take it out and then give it a complete cleansing. Then of course, if you're using any media reactors, just clean them accordingly to what you see is necessary. Mine has raw phos inside, so not that dirty or clogging up, so no regular maintenance for that, just whenever needed. Also make sure that if you're using any wiring for automatic top off, for example, or a dosing pump, make sure that the mechanism that controls the auto top off is still in place, that it's not clogged up, that the tubing is not clogged up. It's very important. Same goes for the dosing pumps. Mine are installed right here. Also make sure that these are not clogged up because they might stop working at all, or they might have less capacity. So make sure to check that. I'm checking it every few days just to make sure that it's still working okay. Then moving to the right. So like I mentioned, the dosing pump, if you're using one, these are often the cause of many trouble. So every month or so I will see somebody with a broken dosing pump, and sometimes it's not that bad. So for example, it has stopped working, and you'll notice, which I had by the way with my previous dosing pump, that one of the heads stopped working. So that will mean one of the fluids that you're dosing will not get dosed, and over time it will become an issue. But of course, a way worse thing is when one of your pumps loses control altogether and empties one of these multiple liter canisters in its entirety into your tank. Especially for the if you're dosing something like NO3PO4X, that will be a disaster. So also check the tubing if there's no clogging up in there. Make sure it's working properly, because if it breaks, it could potentially cost you a lot of trouble, and of course the health of your tank and its inmates. So other than that, just a couple of things to check regularly. Of course, make sure that your that everything regarding power is still okay. So no overheating adapters, leaking pipes, leaking tubing, all these kind of things you can prevent by just checking it regularly. And of course, when regarding the tank, the overall tank, also measure your water parameters, which is actually something I haven't mentioned before, but it's also very important. Of course, you will know that it's very important to check your water parameters, but I cannot stress it enough that it is really important, because these changes happen over time. You will not notice a lot of change, and then all of a sudden, when one of the threshold values is reached, it can become quite an issue. So make sure to check your water parameters every 4 to 6 weeks. That's what I do. It gives you enough time to intervene if something is going wrong. So that's the last thing I wanted to mention about tank maintenance. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a nice weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye bye.